Some of you requested a day in the life type of vlog, and what a perfect opportunity that it's early in the morning here in my side of Florida. And I'm gonna be doing some food prep, maybe a meal, and I'm gonna bring you along with that. I'm gonna show you my process. Hi Sugar Cookies, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new around here, I'm Cookie, your lifestyle whisperer, and you're watching a lifestyle channel. Before we get started, I need to go get me a cup of coffee because it's early in the morning and I need that. But lo and behold, I get to the coffee pot and this is what I find. I love that man of mine. I was so disappointed because I was yearning for a nice cup of coffee and this was all the coffee that was left. I was like, all the coffee, Carlos? All the coffee? Anywho, isn't that disappointing when you're yearning for something, especially a nice hot cup of coffee, and then all of a sudden you get there and there's like maybe not even a half a cup left? Anywho, like I said, I love that man of mine. I have a question for you, Sugar Cookies. Do you have any mugs that have chips on them? Like this one here. This mug, I cannot get rid of it because it was a mug that my daughter gave my husband for Father's Day. And it says that dads, not all heroes wear capes. And I also say, well, you know what? That includes moms too. We don't all wear capes, but we're heroes, aren't we? Anywho, this mug is chipped and we've had this in our cupboard for years. Do you have mugs like that that have sentimental value to you, even if the handle has fallen off or it's chipped? Comment below and let me know because I can't get rid of this one. I dare not do that. All right, so now when I decide to do a voiceover, oh my goodness, now the lawn mowing people are outside. Oh yeah, what is going on in the universe, people? Anyway, show must go on. I'm not a fan of doing voiceovers. I don't think that I have the best voice ever, but that's okay. Let me ask you a question. Do you have an expensive coffee maker to only use the drip side as I do? It has a wonderful espresso maker on the side. It has the foaming situation action on the side. And on the top, it has the mug warmer and all the things. But I only use the drip maker. Drippity, drip, drip, drip. Come on and percolate. It's not going fast enough for me. Oh, things are about to get serious in Casa Cookie. I'm putting on the apron of creativity. And you're going to notice that when I open the pantry and pull out what I call Big Bertha is one of my big bowls. This one holds, I think, about maybe 20 pounds of product in it. And you may be wondering, why do I have this if it's only 2 or 3 adults in our home? Well, also our dog Zoe. I have an even bigger bowl than this that holds about 30, 40 pounds. You may be wondering why go through the hassle of food prepping for only 2 or 3 adults. I'm glad you asked. It's because I work from home and sometimes I don't have the time or the mental bandwidth or physical strength to get up and cook. Another perfect example is right now I'm still recuperating from foot surgery. I have a plate and screws in my foot, and that can be painful and it takes time to heal. It's going to take a few months for that to heal. Another reason why I like to do food prepping and meal planning is because you may have, if you go to church, you have church members that have given birth or neighbors that have given birth or are in the process of grieving due to the loss of a loved one, job losses, illness, things like that. So it's nice to have these things on hand so that you can bless other people. I've had people bless me with meals, and I really appreciate that. So I need to go grab me that cup of coffee. I'm curious, how do you prepare your coffee? Do you pour cold milk or cream or whatever you put into your coffee without heating it up?
I cannot. Repeat, cannot and will not.
Put cold beverages or liquids into hot coffee. I was raised in warm milk. I lived in Europe for a while and that's the way they do it over there, and I just don't like the flavor of cold milk into hot coffee. So I'm going to go nuke the milk And then I'm going to mix it up and then, sprinkle in some cinnamon. But I'm curious, how do you take your coffee? How do you do yours? I mean, I know that a lot of people in America and different places do that, but I also can tell you that after living in Japan, Japanese people also heat up their milk. Now, I don't know if they always did it that way or if that's a European influence or not. However, I just, don't like putting cold milk in my coffee. I'm just putting in a couple of pumps of vanilla flavored syrup. This is the Monin syrup, by the way. I like that syrup. Even though it's a little pricey, I like that syrup because it doesn't have fructose in it, or what is it, corn syrup, high fructose, lulose. It's all natural. And I like sprinkling cinnamon on top. Do you like cinnamon on top of your coffee? Did you know that cinnamon is a great metabolism booster? All right, sugar cookies. I know that the voiceovers is getting a little old right now, but I promise that the rest of the video, the audio is correct and everything is going to be just fine. Thank you for bearing with me. I appreciate that. And all is right with the world again. Oh, excuse me. All right. So I've gathered some things. Now, one of the first things that I'm going to do before I even prep my chicken, I'm going to show you what I grabbed from the garage in this bowl here.
Oh, that's nice.
One of the things that I'm going to start off with is the garlic, because in this bowl I have some garlic, I have some chicken that I need to prep, clean, season, then store. And I have some fixings for my sofrito base, which many of you want to see. Let me put my coffee down. Okay, so let me move this food processor over just a bit. And let me show you what I have in this bowl here. Here I have some peeled garlic.
Look, it's already peeled. It's okay, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna rinse it off.
No food shame here. I take my help where I can get it. I have some chicken breasts that I'm going to be prepping. I have 2 packs of that. I have some ají dulce, which is a kin and cousin to habaneros and Scotch bonnet peppers, but they're not spicy. These are sweet. Cilantro or coriander. And then I have its cousin, which is absolutely delicious. This is called Culantro. It's also known as Vietnamese cilantro or coriander. Oh, this smells so good and it's very intense. And of course the garlic, and I have some frozen peppers here. You'll get to see how I'm gonna make my sofrito base. Sofrito base is a green seasoning that a lot of Latino or Afro-Latino Caribbean countries use to season their foods. Haitians have epis. I think in Jamaica it's called green seasoning, and the Bahamas and things like that. You'll know what I'm talking about. I also have some onions that I want to prep. And let me get to cleaning these up a little bit, taking the ends off of the each garlic bulb and then rinsing them and pulsing them in my food processor. Me and my kitchen toys, gadgets, and things. I like this little contraption. It's a trash bag that's convenient. You just hang it off of the lip of your kitchen cabinet, and it is absolutely wonderful. It has helped me out. I used to have a countertop bowl that I used to just put all my, the scraps and things, but having that right now, it does me good. I like my little gadgets. Are you the same? This is what I mean by destemming your garlic. You want to cut that off because you don't want that hard bitterness in your food. I just wanted to show you how I use this standby little trash can that attaches to the lip of your cabinet doors and things. I used to have a trash bowl, and sometimes I still do that, but when I saw this little contraption idea off of a YouTuber that I love to watch, her name is Cassandra from Becoming a Farm Girl. Stop by her channel and tell her that Cookie said hello. I got that idea off of her, and I went on the hunt. I found it at Home Goods. This is not sponsored. This is just me sharing with you where I got this item. So let me finish peeling this garlic. I'm not peeling it, it's already peeled. Let me finish destemming it. See? Take that little stem off of there, and then I'm going to rinse it and do a couple of processes with the peeled garlic. I decided to make a mirepoix as well of some celery. That what I did was take some of the strands right here. You see these ribs right here? You want to take some of the, well, I've already pretty much done it, but you see they just strip off, and you want to take those because those are very fibrous and they have a hard time breaking down. It can cause some gastric upset. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to chop or put it in my chopper along with some purple onion and some of this beautiful garlic that I've already processed, and I'm going to add some pink salt to it. This is a great way to have things ready beforehand, and it really does help you out in the kitchen. This is why I do what I do, and this is why I'm here to inspire you. It smells so good. See, by doing this, you already have this ready to do soups, stews, sautés, all kinds of things. Okay, that was easy enough, right? Don't cry, don't cry. Now I am gonna chop this down the middle because it might be a little too big for my helper here. Ooh, that was easy. A little noisy, I know, but it's gonna be worth it in the long run. Sugar cookies, I know that this may seem tedious, and it's gonna take probably a couple of hours. I've already, ooh, that was too much. I already have this broken down to, I can get things done pretty much in less than 3 hours. And it pays off in the long run. Let's see what that looks like so far. See? Absolutely wonderful. And it's already diced up for me. Let me finish processing the celery, and I'll add some of the garlic in there. sugar cookies. I'm finding myself getting a little hangry, so I'm gonna heat up some oatmeal that I had left over from yesterday. There's no food wasting here, or I try not to do food wasting. I prepare, or I batch prepare my oatmeal, and this is what I mean. I have it flavored already. The only thing that's missing from here is the liquid. I like to add cream and a little bit of water and vanilla, which I already did because I made that oatmeal yesterday. This particular flavor profile tastes like apple pie.
And it's so delicious.
And that's what it looks like. This smells like straight up apple pie. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of cream to this oatmeal to, you know, just bring it back to some creaminess. Just like that. And I might have to add just a little bit of water. Not a problem. I'm gonna do that just to make it creamy. And I've already added some vanilla bean paste to my oatmeal. This tastes so delicious. Sometimes I even put peanut butter in it, bananas, all kinds of things. And this keeps me full for a long time. And it's one of the ways that I've been able to maintain losing over 70 pounds. Oh, this is gonna be so good. Yum. All right, I'm gonna heat this up, eat it up, and then continue.
Onwards with the show.
And in this bowl, I'm going to be placing water, vinegar, and some baking soda to clean these beautiful herbs. This is the culantro. And I have a plastic bag underneath it because what I like to do is place these on top, even though my sink is clean. But after that, what I like to do is, you see this? I like to go through the cilantro and the herbs, or any type of herbs that I'm cleansing, before I put it in the bowl, because sometimes things like this, when they start going bad like that, it turns things mushy and you don't want that. So what I do is I pick them out and I look for bugs and things like that as well. So I'm gonna go through these, or I should say I'm gonna sift through these. You see what I mean? Look at that. Do you see that? Look at that right there. That's no bueno. That's already turning mushy and it's gonna contaminate the rest of the herbs. So I'm gonna pick that out. I've already destemmed the ají dulce. Use some I'm gonna use some regular vinegar. Not regular vinegar. Regular distilled vinegar. 5% acidity minimum. And then I love this chemical reaction between baking soda. Nobody knows what baking soda looks like. Something like this. Okay, so I have 1/3 of a cup here. Listen to this. Isn't that cool? Now what that's gonna do is it's gonna get rid of all the nasty and all the pesticides and cross-contamination. Even if your product is organic, I suggest you still do this, because when they spray in the air, even though it's the way that they're growing it that makes it organic, but when they're spraying in the air, you have cross-contamination. So you wanna do this at least for a good 20 to 30 minutes. I look forward to growing my own cilantro and culantro. I'm still learning about that, but I'm excited about it. Stay tuned and stay with me for the journey, because it's fun. I'm doing a lot of research. I'm doing everything that I can to learn about gardening, because this girl from New York City never knew that she had somewhat of a green thumb. My plants are thriving and they're doing well. Ooh, let me show you what I propagated. I'm so proud of myself. I propagated the scallion in just a little bit of water. I put the toothpicks through just to stabilize it. But once it grows some deeper roots, I'm gonna plant this in some potting soil and see how that goes.
Oh my goodness, who am I? From New York City.
Oh, I'm so excited about that. Let me dump these in here. Take care of that. See, this is what you don't want in there. I mean, This is just nasty and slimy, and it's gonna contaminate everything else. So I'm going to let this soak for a while. I'm gonna finish going through the culantro, and then I'm gonna let this soak for about 20 or 30 minutes. This is the consistency that I like to make my garlic paste. All I place in this mixture is just some Redmond, pink Himalayan salt, or sea salt, and I'm just going to place it in my jar. Another food prep project. Say that fast 5 times. Food prep project, whatever, done. I'm not gonna clean the food processor because I'm gonna use it to make my sofrito, which needs to make use of all the rest of this garlic. Work harder, not smarter. Oh my Lord. Let me try that again. Shut up. Work smarter, not harder. Is it time for another cup of coffee? Maybe. Is this not a beautiful bowl of herbs and peppers? This is going to be delicious. I have in here lots of garlic, the culantro, the cilantro, which is its cousin. I have mixed bell peppers, fresh and frozen, a purple onion, and a yellow onion, and I have the ajicitos dulce, some Redmond's sea salt, and some oregano. And that's it. I have my kitchen shears too, in case something is a little too long for my blade to catch. Oh, and also I included Cubanelle peppers, which I love the flavor of Cubanelle peppers. If you have a specific way of how you make your sofrito, post it below. I'm interested. Everyone has their own recipe to make this, and in certain parts of Puerto Rico, see, this is a little too long, so I'm gonna take my kitchen shears and I'm going to give that a little help so that the blade is able to catch it and it won't get stuck on the blade. I'm not gonna bother taking the seeds out of the ajicito dulce because I just don't want to. Sometimes I do, and when I'm feeling lazy or I have too much to do, I just leave them in. That's beautiful. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to, in my hand, to release some of the oils, I'm going to crush the oregano. And each layer, every time I make a batch, a separate batch, I'm just gonna add a little pinch of salt. This helps to preserve it. Some people like to add vinegar. I don't like to do that. Or oil. I don't like to do that because it tends to make the product go rancid, in my opinion. Here we go. So now it's time to season the chicken. I've already cleaned it up, trimmed it, cleaned it up, washed it very well. People, wash your meat. These things are handled by different hands, different people, different processes, by bandsaws, and you don't want bone fragments and things like that. You can always use some bleach and clean afterwards. As simple as that.
Wash your meat, people.
I've already labeled my bags. I have that ready. I have my seasoning. I didn't throw away the trimmings. All that you see right here is going to be boiled down, and I'm going to give that to my dog. So let me pat this chicken dry just a little bit so that this gives the seasonings a better chance of sticking. I'm going to tell you, I didn't want to be on camera cleaning my chicken because cleaning chicken is one of the things that grosses me out. For real, for real. Okay, let me put this aside a little bit and wash my hands. And I'm gonna handle my spices. Alrighty. Now, how I'm gonna season this chicken is going to be in a way that I can use it in several preparations. So I'm gonna season it with some onion powder. Now it may seem like it's a lot of seasoning, but this is a lot of chicken right here. So I'm just gonna use all of that. I'm going to use this bouillon spice. It is absolutely delicious. This is a Middle Eastern spice, and it is just, the flavors in here are absolutely wonderful. I'll tell you what it has. It has, my mouth is actually salivating. It has garlic, onion, fenugreek, turmeric, parsley, mint, and peppers. Absolutely delicious. Look at how pretty that is. Some freeze-dried herb mixture. I'm going to use that as well. Since this doesn't have any salt, I can be liberal with this. Add some black cracked pepper. Oh, I need to go grab some olive oil as well. Oh, you didn't think I was gonna forget about the garlics. This is my garlic paste that I just made. I'm gonna add all that. Let me go get some olive oil. That's that. And here we go. Oh, this smells so delicious. And the longer this sits in the freezer, the longer this sits in the freezer, the longer this marinade has to penetrate this chicken, and it is absolutely delicious. And you can use this chicken seasoned this way in so many different applications and a lot of different flavor profiles. So it's not specifically one culture. It just has even though I use some Middle Eastern spices in here, trust me that this really lends itself to so many different flavor profiles. Love that. Do we see how the chicken, do you see by patting the chicken dry how all that seasoning just sticks to it? Delicious. I think I'm gonna go grab a little more olive oil to drizzle on top. I missed that little piece too. Okay, let me grab that. All right, I just finished. Ooh, did I fill this up too much? Ooh, just about. Let me just pour some on there. Chicken breast is quite dry, so this can take, and this is extra virgin. This is extra virgin olive oil. Storing it in a dark bottle is best away from sunlight. And I did give this chicken breast a good glug because it's chicken breast. And chicken breast, as you know, can be quite dry. Even though mine never comes out dry, it always comes out juicy because I like to sear it first and then I put it on a slow cook. I think I want to add a little more black cracked pepper. Just like that. Okay. And here we go, back to the massage. Oh, that's much better. That's gonna help distribute the herb mixture and the garlic and everything. Oh my gosh, I wish you can smell this in here. Woo, yeah. These are delicious, sauteed on the stove top, grilled, baked. You can chop them up or dice them up and make a nice pasta with them. I mean, the flavors are just gonna go through and through. So I have 1, 2, how many did I have? 1, 2, let's see. I'm gonna do 3, 4. Let's see, maybe 4 for pack. Just like that. And then I'm gonna lay them flat, you'll see, on a tray and dry them up that, and freeze them that way. And that's how they fit in the fridge. Let's see, 2 bags, 4, 4, 4. Oh, I'm gonna need another bag. Okay, no problem. I only had 3 bags out, but I'll just need an extra one. That's not a problem. I can grab it from right behind me. Just like that. Oh, let me seal this one up. Always wash your hands. I can't stress that enough.
Woo, that smells so good. You look, I smell a vision.
See what I mean? I'm gonna place all of those chicken breasts nice and flat and let them freeze that way. And I've already marked each one that it has 4 pieces. This way, I know how many servings are in each bag, and so does my husband or my daughter. And then what I like to do is I like to flatten these out so that they're as level as possible. Just like that. And burp it. Oh, I forgot to put the number on that one. No problem. I will put it right here. 4, just like that. See how easy that is? I love this idea. I love that. This is not a sponsored video, but I wanted to ask you, do you guys know about these fold and fill Ziploc bags? This is how these work. Just like that. They sit on their own, which is fabulous, especially if you only have one of these. I promise you, I don't know where the rest of these are. I don't know if in the move they got lost or if I threw them out by mistake. I've been known to do stuff like that, not on purpose, but you know, just trying to get rid of things and hurrying up and trying to catch, you know, the garbage people coming that day. I think I wound up doing this, so I'm probably gonna have to get more of these. But in the meantime, and in between time, this bag does me just fine. I love being efficient as possible in the kitchen. How about you? Look at that seasoning, oh my gosh. That's 3, wait, how many is that? 3, 4. Okay, do the same thing. All right, sugar cookies, here's the chicken all done on my tray. 2 of these I'm putting in the kitchen freezer, and the other ones are going to the freezer in the garage. Ah! Imagine if I dropped all of this. Okay, food prep is finished for the day. I did it. Yay! Here's the chicken that I'm making for my dog. If you want to know what's in there, it's just parsley and a little bit of turmeric. I don't do it for the flavor. I do it mostly because she's an older dog and she has arthritis.
My dog eat good.
Now that I'm done with food prep, now I'm going to disinfect my sink because I had raw chicken in here. It's as simple as adding some bleach and some soap, hot water, bada bing, bada boom, done. Here's a little bit of bleach. Just add some of that into the sink. A sponge, this is strictly for the sink. And it's as simple as just scrubbing all of your surface. Make sure that you have a nice ventilated area, or I mean that you have some ventilation going, I should say. Just wash it. Well, sugar cookies, we got it done. That concludes this portion of the video. What do you think? I hope that by watching what I've done, you get inspired to do some food prep, maybe some meal planning. If you have any tips, ideas, recipes, hacks, post it down below. If you like this kind of video and you found some value in it, a chuckle, a laugh or two, smash that subscribe button. I'd love for you to join my lifestyle sauce. Turn your notification bell, you know, the ding, 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 dong bell.
And select all, this way YouTube lets you know of all my videos.
Share the video, why? Because this way the algorithm says,
Hello, she's there.
and as I say around here, be blessed, not too stressed, and I'll see you in the next lifestyle moment.
Bah.
So I'm gonna start prepping some chicken. No, not the chicken. It's early in the mornings. Hold on a minute. Shut up. Let me get another sip. Just gonna use some vinegar. Not vinegar. Regular distilled vinegar.
Hello?
Agent 777 here. Mission accomplished.